I'm not gonna lie, these two lenses are amazing. Okay, Viltrox have been doing it for a while now, delivering really nice lenses, and these are no exception. These are two new EVO series, mid-range, affordable primes. Here we got the 35mm f1.8 and 55mm f1.8. The 35mm has got Mark II. This is basically a new version, but in this new EVO series. These two are available now in E-mount, Sony E-mount, which I am testing here, and also Nikon Z. Hopefully they will be coming to Lumix eventually into L-mount. We can only hope so. So these two lenses, I have tested them quite extensively, and the image quality they deliver is just simply outstanding for the price. I don't think, even for Sony, when Sony has got such a big availability of lenses for its system, I don't think I have seen lenses this nice in 35 or 55. 35, it's comparable to Sony on f1.8 lens, but it's actually in some way better because it has got a manual aperture ring and some other things which I'll talk in a minute as well. But 55, yeah, maybe comparable. The focal range is comparable, obviously, to Zeiss lens, but it is different. They're both different than the Sony versions anyway, but they perform superbly. Color contrast, really nice. The sharpness, obviously, the most important. I can't fault it in any way with these two. We got a 55mm, which is pretty good for portrait and everyday shooting scenarios. It's, for me, it's a very versatile focal length, suitable for things. So if you are actually looking for one prime to add to your zoom lens maybe, or just as a one lens, 55 can do pretty much everything. 35, it gives you a similar look. It's still natural field of view, but a little bit wider. Problem with that is if you get close to your subject, especially people, it might possibly distort. The face might look a bit strange. 55 doesn't give you that. It's slightly safer in that regard. Performance-wise, the autofocus has got no issues. It is quite snappy. I'd say kind of everyday real-world situations, I can't see much difference between these or more expensive 35s or 50mm lenses. What's really nice here and surprising that these are not clinical lenses. They have some character. In my opinion, the very expensive lenses, when you buy G Master for Sony or Nikon lenses in this instance, they often perfect, and perfection means clinical to me. Anyway, these lenses are not perfect. They're pretty good. The sharpness, color contrast, obviously, as I said, is pretty good, but they do have some character. The blurred parts of the image, the bokeh, is a little bit different. Nice, I would say, a little bit busy. Maybe it's personal preference, I guess, you know, if you like this kind of blur or not. I do personally. Very nice lenses to shoot with, very easy to achieve the results I wanted. For filming with them, the video image is pretty good, just as with photography, nice prime cinematic look. The autofocusing, the focus itself works pretty well, but it's not completely silent. There is some kind of moving, clicking, not clicking, but moving, rubbing sound coming from inside the lens. I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. Definitely not loud enough to be a problem. But if you do record audio on the camera with the mic, shotgun mic on the camera, the mic can't possibly pick it up a little bit. Generally speaking, when it comes to video, no major issues. There is some focus breathing with both of them, a little bit more on 55 than 35, but it is very small amount. Not something I personally worry about, but if focus breathing is something which drives you crazy, they both show a little bit. Built, they are actually pretty identical size-wise as well. They are identical as well to the previous 85mm f2 EVO, the same size, all of them. The weight is 350 gram is for 35 and 360 gram for 55. Very small difference between them, probably big enough to recalibrate a gimbal if you're using them on a gimbal, but very marginal difference between both of them. Filter thread, 58mm on both of them. Nicely dampened focus ring. There's a manual aperture ring which can be clicked with a switch. Quite nice. There is a standard auto manual focus switch and the function button focus hold, which can be reprogrammed to whatever you wanted to do via the camera. I usually have this to change which eye the camera is focusing, left or right, by the press of the button on the lens. Nicely built, they filled, it's all hard plastic, kind of standard, but they do feel solid. They don't feel flimsy or cheaply made. They have got some sealing with a red rubber gasket around the lens as well, and some light splash or dust construction as well. So maybe not a lens to submerge underwater, obviously, but definitely they will take light rain and dust everyday kind of shooting situations without any problem. Price, they are affordable. Primes, especially if you take into consideration the quality, optical quality they deliver, image quality they deliver. So the 35mm costs £385 here in UK or $395 in US, and the 55, £359 here in UK or $370 in US. Yes, there are cheaper. You can buy definitely cheaper lenses than these, the primes, f1.8 primes, but these definitely stand out. When you do use a lot of lenses constantly on different brands of the cameras, when one stands out, you know straight away that there is something different about it. You can instantly see the difference if it's good or bad. These are definitely standing out for me. The quality-wise is definitely above average. For this price, absolute steal. In 7 years of doing this channel, I have tried and tested a lot of 50mm or 35mm lenses, and there's a lot of good lenses out there, but these definitely made the mark instantly. I love shooting with them. I love the size of them. It's something special when your kit can be smaller and still deliver professional quality results. These lenses, although they're not clinical and I wouldn't say they absolute perfection, you can capture really nice looking images with them. In the type of photography I have tried these for, I had literally zero problems with them. But if you do shoot events, for example, or fast moving subjects, I'd check them out first before you commit yourself to one of these lenses or both of them or three of them as the only lenses you have. But everyday stuff, portrait, landscape, architecture, that kind of stuff, you know, street photography, these work exceptionally well. I'm not shooting with Sony cameras as much as I used to. I am more a Lumix person. That's why I'm hoping that Viltrox will bring the EVO series to L mount. Whatever brand you shoot with, you should try these as an alternative. Affordable, nice looking, and superb performance. Highly recommended. Thank you for watching. I hope that was in some way helpful. I hope you liked the pictures. Give me a thumbs up if you did like it. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribing already. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.